Miami Boys, what is going on? This is your week 4 recap going into week 5. You know how we do, you know how we do it. And without further ado, let's get into what happened in week 4. Week 4 first matchup, you had All Day versus Juanito Alemania. And All Day beats Juanito Alemania 422.10 to 264.7. Justin Herbert gave you 17.7 all day. Jonathan Taylor gave you 31.60. Trey Benson to IR 20.90. Puka Nacua, the best wide receiver in football, not named Quentin Johnson, gave you 61.80. Tyreek Hill, gone but not forgotten, 22.40 on the way out. Dalton Kincaid, a modest 11.30. Travis Etienne, better than advertised, 52.90. Quinshon Judkins finally had his breakout game, 52.60. Ashton Genty finally had his breakout game, 84.30. J.K. Dobbins doing what J.K. Dobbins does, 35.40. Tua Tagovailoa had a modest game thanks to the corpse that is Darren Waller that they retrieved from the crack house, and he gave you 31.13. For Mr. Juanito Alemania in a losing effort, Indiana Jones, 20.96. Ray Davis, no need. We've already addressed that. No need. Dalvin Cook, 57.20. DeAndre Swift, 30.60. Nico Collins, 18, which is unacceptable. Hunter Henry on a bad week gave you 16.10. Keon Coleman, it's time to go to the bench, 12.90. Cortland Sutton, 25.90. Jahmyr Gibbs, 31, modestly. Saquon Barkley, 32.50, modest. And let's put one up for Lamar Jackson, 18.11 on his way out. Let's see how many weeks he's out with the hamstring. Next up, the champ, Goggles, versus Mervin. Goggles gets plateaued by Mervin, 516.09 to 322.28. Valiant effort, Goggles, but Mervin would have beat anyone in North America. Mervin sets a Miami Boyz record with 516 points, and let's see how he did it. Mervin got 40. Mervin basically put the perfect lineup together. 41.43 from Brock Purdy, 28.40 from Kenneth Walker, 28.40 from Kenneth Walker, 70 points from Amarion Hampton, who had his breakout game. DK finally showed up. Hopefully it's not for 1 week. Gave you 58.50. JJ on a bad week gave you 44.10 in a losing effort. Sam Laporta gave you 12.60. He didn't toe his weight. It has to be 20 or above, Sam. 12.60. Josh Jacobs gave you 62.30. Dallas Goedert gave you 26.90. Emeka Ibuka gave you 51.50. Bijan Robinson gave you 61.70. Bo Nix gave you 58.66. For the champ, Baker Mayfield, in a losing effort, gave you 53.53. He almost pulled it out. Jamar Chase is unstartable at this point, 10.80. Tucker Kraft, 21.70. Tyler Warren, 30.40. Camp Scatterboo, 37.30. Jawan Johnson, 12.70. Garrett Wilson, 27.70. Keenan Allen, bad day, 14.40. Alvin Kamara, 26.30. That's the best you're going to get out of him. Devin A-Chain doing Devin A-Chain things, 40.50. And Michael Penix rebounds with 46.95. You would have beat a lot of other people, including myself, Goggles, but you faced a juggernaut this week in Mervin. Moving on. You have Sean versus Kane's Gang. This one was very surprising. Very, very surprising. But Kane's Gang pulls it out in the slimmest of margins. 281.20. And Sean scores 279.89. Sean gets 42.49 from Josh Allen, 47.50 from McCaffrey, 27.40 from Mason, Ricky Pearsall, 14.70 as he is out for the foreseeable future. Jacoby Myers, horrible game, 10.90. Trey McBride, 27.50, which is below his average. Brock Bowers, 19.50. Brock Bowers lost his powers. Say it with me. Brock Bowers lost his powers. Trey Tucker, the hype isn't real. Mr. 1 Week Wonder, 6.60. Kyron Williams, 27.10. Chuba Hubbard, 21.60. Jalen Hurts, 34.60. Yeah, look at that. You start Hollywood Brown, you win this game. Anyway, going to Kane's Gang. Kane's Gang, 52.70 from Patrick Mahomes, 69 from Bucky Irving. We'll see how long he's out. This is about the best you're going to get from Tony Pollard, 22.30. 23 from Roma Dunze. Malik Neighbors, 6.50, out for the season. 22.90 from Mark Andrews. 20.80 from Michael Pittman. 33.40 from Jordan Addison. Welcome back. Stay off the bottle. David Montgomery, a disappointing 5.70 after the week that he just had. Nick Chubb on his way out, losing his job to Woody Marks, 18.50. And Cam Ward, I don't know how you did this in one, but Cam Ward, 6.40, and a losing effort for his team, but a winning effort for Kane's Gang. Thank God that Jaden Daniels may come back this week, sir. Don't start Cam Ward anymore. All right, next game. Did I miss a game? No, I got everybody. Okay, yeah, next up, Cheesehead versus yours truly. Yours truly pulls it out. Thank you to Breece Hall for getting me out of the losing bracket. I win 266.86 versus Cheesehead 251.23. Caleb gives me 25.98. Javonte Williams has been a pleasant surprise, 45.70. Breece Hall 35.60. Amon-Ra 33.10. Jackson Smith and Jigba 21.70. Jake Ferguson 28.70. Brian Thomas 17.90. I'm surprised. AJ Brown 5.20. He'll never start again until he gets traded. AJ Brown will not start again until he gets traded. Devontae Adams 20.60. David Njoku 6.10. He's probably not startable anymore either. And Kyler Murray 26.28 and a bad game, and that's being nice. For Cheesehead, 22.24 from Jared Goff. 10 points from Juwan Jennings, who is out for the foreseeable future. 30.10 from welcome back Xavier Worthy. 10.50 from Cooper Kupp. That's about the modest of what you're going to get weekly. 53.50 from George Pickens, who finally had his breakout game. Kate Otten, 8.40. I don't know what to say about that. Chris Olave, 11.20. The Saints suck. 16.30 from Tedororo McMillan. He just has not gotten in the end zone. His breakout's coming for you, Cheesehead. I feel it. Ramondre Stevenson, see that three-headed monster in New England, 11.50. The Ravens suck. Derrick Henry 15.60, which is unacceptable, and 61.89 from Jordan Love. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. So I'll take the win though. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and take a look at the standings before we go into the Week 5 preview. All right, for the Lost Boys division, you have Kane's Gang at 3-1. He holds a slight lead over Money Mike, who is also 3-1 and is second in the division. I am third in the division at 2-2, and Mervin is fourth in the division. For Broken Bougie, All Day is at 3-1, is one in the division. Sean is 3-1 in the division, and he is at 2. Goggles at 3 is 1-3, and Cheesehead is at 0-4 in the division. If the playoffs were to start today, of course, Kane's Gang and All Day would get the bye, respectively. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Week 5 here, brothers. And for matchup number 1, you have Mikey versus Cheesehead. Mikey versus Cheesehead in the In-Law Bowl. Let's see if Cheesehead can get his first win and Mikey can set the right lineup. Next up, Sean versus Mervin. Sean versus Mervin in the game of the week. Let's see if Mervin can do it 2 weeks in a row. And let's see if he can take down Chino. Chino's looking to bounce back from his only loss. Mervin is looking to take the momentum from his win and keep it going. Next up, Kane's Gang versus Goggles in the I won the championship versus I was the runner-up in the championship bowl. Kane's Gang versus Goggles. And the last matchup and co-game of the week, you have the Commish Bowl. You have the Co-Commish versus the Commish. In the Commish Bowl, All Day, Cuz, 3-1 versus the Frog Brothers. The Frog Brothers look to capitalize on their win and see if they can keep it going and give All Day his second loss. There are your matchups for week number 5. Let's go ahead and look at the weekly report. All right, the weekly report. Best manager was Mervin at 516.9 points out of a possible 524.59. Congratulations, sir. You are the stud of the week. Worst manager of the week is Kane's Gang. Gaines Kang. When he messes up, I call him Gaines Kang. He's the worst manager. Gaines Kang put up 281.2 out of a possible 419.69 because he decided that he would set his lineup with his heart and start Cam Ward. Biggest blowout, Merv over Goggles. He won by 60.1%. Narrowest victory, Kane's Gang wins by 0.5 over Chin Chin. Highest score, Mervin. Stud of the week, you should have gotten your payment. Lowest score of the week and doormat of the week, Cheesehead. Cheesehead, thank you for your payment, sir. Thank you for being a good sport about things. I know losing sucks. Hopefully you get it together. Overachiever, of course, Mervin with 516.09. Below expectation was Chino. Had a lineup that should have been set to get you 371, but you set the wrong lineup and left 25% of the points on your bench. Quarterback of the week was Jordan Love with 61.89. Running back of the week was Ashton Genty with 84.3. Wide receiver of the week was Puka Nacua with 61.8. Tight end of the week was Tyler Warren at 30.4. Quarterback bench warmer of the week was Matthew Stafford. Come on, Cheesehead. You got to put him in. 67.71. Running back bench warmer of the week for Gaines King was 57.7, Justice Hill. But of course, I give you a pass on that, Canes gang, because nobody and their mother started Justice Hill. Wide receiver bench warmer of the week, Drake London for all day. But he won't have that problem anymore since the fantasy gods have taken players away from him. Tight end bench warmer of the week, Goggles had Kyle Pitts on the bench. I don't blame you, but it is what it is. There is your weekly wrap up, guys. Let's go ahead and move to what we all know and love, and that's the categories for the week. Let's go ahead. Let's pull out the paper. For this week's, let's see, what are we going to use for the fading falling fast this week? Let's see what we're going to use. Are we going to use
emotional damage?
Let's see, we turn up.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and use emotional damage for our fading falling fast this week.
Emotional damage.
All right, for fading falling fast, you have some repeat offenders on here that I'm going to go over, and some new ones. Bengals offense, again, second week in a row, repeat offenders. They have everybody. They only scored, 3 points against the Broncos? At this point, no Bengals are startable in fantasy. Next up.
Emotional damage.
The Jaguars. If your name's not Travis Etienne, Parker Washington, or the tight end, I forgot his name, or whatever, Brian Thomas, Travis Henry are unstartable at this point. We're in week 5 and they're falling fast. I don't know what's going on, but I'm to the point where I'm this close to sitting Brian Thomas. And the only reason I don't sit him is because A.J. Brown, who's next on this list, is not getting fed passes and causing
emotional damage
to myself and all of A.J. Brown owners. Trade him at this point. You guys hide around it and say there's no issue with him and the quarterback. Just trade him at this point. And Devontae Smith isn't far behind, because the only person that catches balls in that offense is Dallas Goedert. Even Saquon Barkley on Sunday had more catches than A.J. Brown. Next up.
Emotional damage.
Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is droppable at this point. He has done nothing to help Cam Ward. And from what they showed in the preseason, that's not what was expected. But very disappointing. Calvin Ridley, fading, falling fast, cuttable, but non-startable at this point. Next up.
Emotional damage.
Ladd McConkey. The Chargers are 3-1. Quentin Johnson looks like Andre Rison. Looks like Michael Irvin. Looks like Jerry Rice. Keenan Allen is doing his thing. Ladd McConkey is the odd man out. Ladd McConkey is droppable, let alone not startable at this point. And that's very, very sad, because he was promising. Next up.
Emotional damage.
And fading, falling fast, Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and all the other receivers not named Xavier Worthy on the Chiefs. It's time. It's time for all of them to go to the bench. Just unacceptable. And last for this week of fading, falling fast,
emotional damage.
Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens offense. Lamar Jackson is now out. All players are to go to the bench. Cooper Rush will not do anything. Derrick Henry is having a horrible year. and it is what it is with that. I wouldn't be starting any Baltimore Ravens right now. So there you have it for fading, falling fast. Next up, we're going to have the risers and fallers taking a... Hold on, because we got...
Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio.
Risers and fallers. Riser, Omarion Hampton finally had... You know what? Let me group this in. Omarion Hampton, Quinshon Judkins, and Ashton Genty had their breakouts. And I would even throw a sprinkle on Woody Marks, all risers at this point. And it's good to see. It's good to see. Sucks, again, for Travion Henderson. He is a faller on this list because that three-headed monster in New England, I don't know what they're doing. Bucky Irving has now, he's a riser. Bucky has now cemented himself as an all-around back as he had over 100 yards receiving. It's too bad that he hurt his foot, but he is a riser on this list. We're going to go ahead and add Jordan Addison into the riser. Had over 30 points on his first week back. Minnesota offensive weapons are good to go. It's just that their quarterback sucks, and he's a faller on this list. Carson Wentz sucks. I don't want to hear anything about Carson Wentz. He cost the Vikings that game, and he is a faller on this list. I wouldn't start him against anybody over the Bengals offense. The Bengals offense as a whole, second week in a row. Fallers on this list. Fallers on this list. It hurts me to say that, but no Bengals are startable right now. For the second week in a row on this list, Bill. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. It hurts my heart. It really does. Let me have a sip of water on this. I'm a big Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt guy, but the guy was supposed to be especially these weeks. These weeks without Jaden Daniels were supposed to be his. And Bill is a faller. Even though he did end up with 13 points, but he's not startable in fantasy right now. Unless you have a running back that's on a bye week, he could be a bye week filler, but he's not startable right now. Emeka Ibuka continues to rise on the list. The guy does not disappoint and delivers every single week. Lions offense, multiple weeks in a row. Again, Sam Laporta didn't do that great. David Montgomery didn't do that great, but the Lions offense as a whole, risers on this list, they are still startable. Start everybody. Next up, the duo of Brian Thomas, Travis Henry, fallers. Can't start him. Can't do it. You know what? Let me hold on. Stand by, guys. I got to do it. Hold on. Give me 1 second here.
No. You don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead. Ask your question. Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team.
That's how I feel about
more about them
every single
than it is
faller
about
on this
the
list.
team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. I want winners. Not the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it. It is more about them than it is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Next up on this list, and this video goes for him too. He should have been sent to the locker room. Adonai Mitchell. Adonai Mitchell cost the Colts, not only cost the Colts a game by fumbling that ball out of the end zone, cost Jonathan Taylor a 55-yard run. He would be sent to the bench. I don't expect for him to be on this list anymore. Once Alec Pierce comes back, I don't expect him to start anymore. You can't make two bumbling bonehead moves in that game. Adonai Mitchell, Fowler, go to the bench. You're dismissed. Travis Kelce, Fowler, career's over. Go be with Taylor. Go marry Taylor. You're not a football player anymore. You're not the man who we thought you were. I hate to say this. T-Mac, 6'4", all that talent, not in the end zone yet. T-Mac should be putting up more points than what he is. 50 to 60 yards a game on 4 to 5 catches is just unacceptable to me. I know you're on a bad team, but T-Mac right now is falling. He's not putting up the fantasy points that he should be putting up. And that's saying something because Emeka Ibuka is setting the standard and he's doing it right now. So Drake London, welcome back, riser on the list. Welcome back, Drake London. Hopefully the Falcons can keep it up. I think that blowout by Carolina was a wake-up call. These three offenses, fallers. It's getting borderline to start anybody from these three rosters if you have them. I've already called out the Bengals. I've already called out Jacksonville. But Arizona, 49ers, Arizona offense, 49ers offense, Ravens offense, fallers. Matter of fact, I don't know how we're having a Thursday game. The whole 49ers team is injured. Has there ever been a forfeit in the NFL? I think the 49ers should save the embarrassment that's going to happen on Thursday. Puka Nacua, 10 to 14 catches, over 100 yards again. Book it. But the 49ers should save the embarrassment and forfeit. They should forfeit the game.
It is about the team. Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Go ahead and forfeit the game, 49ers. But those three offenses, Ravens offense, and I'm talking about not only this week, but the weeks going forward. Arizona offense, 49ers offense, Ravens offense. Cannot win with them. Can't do it. All right. I want to give an honorable mention to a riser here, but I would have to see it multiple weeks for him to make the list. Kenneth Gainwell. Was it an anomaly? What he did, and I watched it, and I screamed at the TV because I had money on the Vikings, so all my bets were over before the 1 o'clock games because I bet the Vikings. Kenneth Gainwell would have to show me multiple weeks that he could do that again. I know the Vikings defense is missing some guys, but unacceptable because of what they did to the Bengals the week before. Kenneth Gainwell, honorable mention for a riser, but he would have to show me multiple weeks in a row. And the last one on Fading Falling Fast, and this is Chino's guy that he paid all that money for. Trey Tucker, 1 week wonder, 5'6" of nothing. You had a breakout week against a horrible Commanders defense, and then you got brought back to reality. You know, Jesus Christ. Trey Tucker. Fading risers and fallers. There you have it. Those are your week 4 risers and fallers. Next up, make a trade and save your season. And we are where we at? Where we at? There we go. First up on Make a Trade and Save Your Season. Sorry I had to do it to you, man. 0-4, Cheesehead. You got to start Stafford. it's time. I mean, it's time to.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
It's time. I know you love him. It's time to give up on Cooper Kupp. It's time to do your Green Bay Packer allotted duties and put in the guy with the biggest head in the NFL, Romeo Doubs, in my opinion. Just give him my opinion. Tight ends aren't really giving you nothing. Can't start Kate on. Can't start Kate on. Gotta give it up. But those are the things I see. Again, hopefully, I'd like for you to get back to your winning ways. I'm sure you would too. And I'm sure that it's not cool paying doormat fees. But again, I respect your sportsmanship, sir. And thank you for that. Because we had some other people in this league who didn't like that. And they're no longer here. So I appreciate you being a good sport about it. But maybe it's time to put the feelers out there. Maybe make a trade. We are going into week 5. Next up, make a trade and save your season. Next up on Make a Trade and Save Your Season is me. I'm overjoyed that I won on Sunday. I barely beat Cheesehead, but would have lost to anybody else. That does make me feel good. My wide receivers are unstartable at this point. They're non-existent. Higgins, AJ Brown, Jesus Christ, man, and Brian Thomas are not startable at this point. But what do I do? For Christ's sakes, I spent over $100 on Darren Waller because I have no pass catchers. Jason Ferguson is like saving my weeks. And as far as running backs, thank God for Breece Hall. Thank God for Javonte Williams. Can you imagine if those guys weren't producing? So I do need running back help also. And you guys know me better than anybody. Send the trades my way. Send them my way. I'll trade whatever right now. I need a little bit of running back help. So I am taking trades. All right. Next up and last on... And I did this out of respect on Make a Trade and Save Your Season. Goggles, champ. It's time, man. I know you may think it's not time, but it's time. When you're starting 3 tight ends in your roster, it's time. It's time, my friend. It's time to make a trade and save your season. Keenan Allen, Kyle Pitts just aren't doing it. Jamar Chase, not startable at this point. You can't start I hate to say it, but if you could probably start 4 tight ends, you probably would, but you're starting 3. It's time to get some wide receiver help, sir. You can't look at Jamar Chase the same anymore. It's time to get some wide receiver help. So it's up to you. You can maybe try to trade for a wide receiver, but you need some wide receiver help. Anybody who's starting 3 tight ends needs some wide receiver help. Make a trade. Save your season. if you're trying to go for your third championship. If not, you can keep starting 3 tight ends. Not saying they're not productive, but when you're starting 3 tight ends, it's you know. Anyway, there you go. That was a Make a Trade and Save Your Season. Next up, one of my favorite segments, and I love this man to death. That's why I named the segment what I named it. And we always pay respects to the late, great Denny Green with one of the best, if not epic, meltdowns in history. For our segment of You Are Who We Thought You Were.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook on their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
First up, and You Are Who We Thought You Were, George. All day cuz. You are who we thought you were. You went in, you took care of business. You had the second highest score behind Mervin. You're 3-1, you lead the division, and you took out Mikey. So, looks like you're trying to get back in your winning ways, and it looks like that you are tired of Goggles getting those trophies, and you would like to have a trophy. You are who we thought you were. Congratulations on the 422. Next up, bring us in, Denny.
They were, and we let them off the hook. They are who we thought they were, but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Mervin, who has made the playoffs since he has joined the Miami Boyz, had me scared there for a little bit. He was having a little bit of quarterback issues, but with a bounce back week of a Miami Boyz record 516 points, Mervin.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
You are off the hook this week and make a trade and save your season. And you are who we thought you were. Let's see if you can keep it going. Congratulations on the record. Congratulations on being star of the week. You are who we thought you were, my friend. So you're off the hook this week. And that is it for We Are Who You Thought You Were. And now we move to the last segment of the week. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Exactly. Such a long way down to the bottom where I currently am or whatever, but I won, so I'm not on the list this week. Thank God for that. Knock on wood. But oh, how the mighty have fallen. And this is a family affair. They can keep each other company at the barbecue. But on this week of Oh, how the mighty have fallen, number 1 is Goggles. You are the champion of this league, and you're now sitting at 1-3. Your team had a good week this week, putting up 322, but I expect better from the champ. But losing Lamar, not Lamar. Lamar. I said Lamar. Losing Jamar Lamar. Jesus Christ. Let me drink some water on that. Losing Jamar Chase has really crippled your team. You're at the point, like I said last segment, of starting 3 tight ends. Nobody in this league starts 3 tight ends. But you're at that point. It's either make a trade, get to winning, or I don't see you holding that trophy and trying to defend your crown, sir. So, oh, how the mighty have fallen. The champ has fallen. Let's see if he can pick it up. I believe in you. Next up on Oh, how the mighty have fallen, Cheesehead. Cheesehead was a playoff contender, a Packers fan, and now he's not even starting Packers. I know it had to burn your soul to watch Romeo Doubs catch 3 touchdowns on your bench. I'm not upset because I got the win, but I know it had to burn you. It's time to give up on Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp. You love Cooper Kupp. But it's time to make some changes. Can't leave. Can't do it. I don't want to play that's another segment. I don't want to play Mike Singletary again, but can't leave Matthew Stafford on the bench. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't start Cade Otton. Can't do it. Let's get back to our winning ways, Cheesehead. It's not, I've been there, so I can relate. It's not fun to be doormat, but I believe in you. We're going into week 5. We're only 5 weeks in. 9 weeks left. So including, 10 weeks if you can include week 5. But basically 9 weeks left. A lot of football left to play, gentlemen. You can get out of the bottom and try to salvage somewhat of a season. So it may take a trade. It may take a roster adjustment. But, you guys were the mighty. And you've pretty much fallen down. So there you have it, gentlemen. Thank you for another week. We'll see what happens in week 5. Be here next week as I recap week 5 and we take a preview of week 6. Week 6 is definitely, there's going to have to be some trades made because if we're 6 weeks in, and remember, to get in the playoffs, last year we had people with 6 and 7 losses in the playoffs. So that's the bar. The bar to me is 6 losses. You can't have anything more than 6 losses. You may, depending on how teams play, be able to get in with 7 losses, but you definitely can't have 6 losses. So keep that in mind, gentlemen, and I will see you next week. Be safe out there, and let's see what happens. Good luck.